A tragic holiday for one family in South Park. The details of an auto pet crash that took the life of a 7-year-old. And have you seen these two kids? Fire marshal investigators want to find them after yesterday's storage tank fire. Why they are concerned about their well-being and how you can help. And Thanksgiving meals for all. The annual Super Feast serves up a heaping helping of food and so much more. This evening, what it means for the Houston community.
Live from KHOU 11, your news starts now.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on KHOU 11 Plus on this early Thanksgiving evening. I'm Mia Gradney. Sadly, the holiday started tragically for a family in Houston's South Park area. This after a 7-year-old boy was hit and killed while riding his bike. It happened around 11:30 this morning on Willow Glen Drive near Herschelwood. That's in southeast Houston. Jason Miles has more on the story.
The holiday took a tragic turn in the 5200 block of Willow Glen Drive when Houston police say a 7-year-old boy believed to have been riding a bike was fatally struck by this big pickup truck. The bike sat underneath the front of the truck for hours as police processed the scene.
Well, you guys know me, and every time I do these scenes, it's hard. It's Thanksgiving Day, and it's a child that has been struck and killed.
Police say an approximately 70-year-old man who was driving the truck remained on the scene.
The driver did stop. The driver has been cooperative.
Preliminary information suggested that speed was not a factor, while a special unit arrived to evaluate the driver for any possible impairment. Meanwhile, police urging all drivers to always be cautious, especially when school is out, and that anyone on a bike be mindful as well. They also encourage parents to try and keep an eye on their kids.
Again, that's not to say that there's any fault lies with the parents or the driver. It's just a reminder.
In Houston, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Now to new developments in the shooting of 2 National Guard members. President Trump says one of the victims, Sarah Beckstrom, has died. Police say the suspect is a 29-year-old Afghan national who entered the U.S. through Operation Allies. Opened fire yesterday afternoon on the guardsman. That suspect was also shot in the process and is expected to survive. The victims, Beckstrom and Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, were in D.C. on deployment just blocks away from the White House. Right now, federal agents are working to find the motive. Deputies are investigating an overnight shooting here in Northwest Houston. 2 people were shot and another hurt after a fight on Dotywood Lane around 2 a.m. They say the fight started inside a home, moved outside, and a neighbor confronted the group before shots were fired. Investigators say at least 20 rounds were fired, damaging nearby homes. One person tried to leave but was detained. It's believed alcohol played a role. Investigators are also now reviewing video for a motive. The Harris County Fire Marshal is still looking for 2 kids seen running from storage tanks that exploded near Ritchie Road and Veterans Memorial yesterday. They are not suspects. Still, officials want to talk to them to make sure they are okay, especially after seeing video of one of the kids splashing water on their face not too far from the fire. A deputy even reported one child may have been on top of one of those tanks when it blew. Investigators are asking parents to come forward so the kids can receive medical care and to learn why they were there. If you know anything, please call the sheriff's office. It turned out to be a terrific turkey day here in Old H-Town. Here's a live look and final moments of this sunset today. Now, if you stepped outside for a walk, a game of football, or just to soak up the sun, you likely lingered a bit. That's just how good it is. We are so thankful for a beautiful day and thankful for you, Kim Castro. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for you.
Oh, thank you. Now, if we can just copy and paste today's weather tomorrow for Black Friday.
No kidding. That's a smart woman right there. We do want to copy and paste the forecast. It's going to be similar, so that's something to look forward to. Today was not just beautiful, it felt amazing. Nice holiday cheer and chill in the air. It's still there tonight. 53 degrees right now. We are down by 8 degrees compared to yesterday, so crack open those windows, get some nice fresh air. I know the oven's been working overdrive to make for a perfect Thanksgiving day, and I mean it. We didn't have any rain, and we actually got really close to the 30-year average for where we should be for this time of year, slightly cooler with a high temperature of 65 degrees. Normal is 69. The overnight low, though, exactly where we should be. Thankfully, nowhere near records on the hot side or on the cold side. It was just lovely. Now we got to focus on travel back home, whether you are heading out of Houston or you have family members coming back in. Tomorrow, a great day to travel. Most of the day will be nice and clear of rain. A small chance for an isolated shower in the evening, but that's going to be late night Friday. Saturday is a mess of a day to travel. It starts off light rain in the morning and then ramps up to a front that could bring us some isolated strong storms. So I caution you to avoid Saturday if you can, and you can because by Sunday things look a lot better. A small chance for an early morning shower, and then beyond that, the rest of the day looks great. It'll be cloudy and it'll be cool, but you won't be dodging those showers. I'll be back to show you what it looks like on Future Track Radar when I see you for the full 7-day forecast.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Kim. This morning's weather was ideal for the 76th annual HEB Thanksgiving Parade. Thousands gathered for the yearly event downtown. KHOU 11's Julissa Garza has a closer look at one of Houston's most cherished holiday traditions.
1, 2, ready.
It's a tradition 76 years in the making. One Houstonians have grown to know and love, the annual HEB Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Thanksgiving Day Parade is a big event for the city, and we just always want to bring out the best of what we can do and offer it to the people.
The parade takes months of planning. This year, the city's mascot served as grand marshals, and there was no shortage of floats for folks to see.
We got over 15 fantastic, amazing new floats. World Cup, David Addicks tribute, rodeo, and we got 11 inflatables.
But before the parade route even started, we got a behind-the-scenes look here in the staging area as crews finished those final touches and the performers prepared.
Today we're doing a little mashup of a few different numbers to give you a little taste of the Christmas magic that is going to happen at the theater at Tuts. And you'll see a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, some tap dancing, and a whole lot of holiday cheer.
We even caught up with a Houston native who was excited to be part of this year's lineup.
As I have been getting ready to prepare for this parade, it's just been becoming more and more obvious how big of a deal it truly is to me, and how much and how many people it takes to put it on.
No matter the float or the performance, the goal of the parade is to bring the community together.
There's some tough times going around, and we try to bring out the happiness in people. We are Houston, we're always strong, we're always together.
Reporting in Houston, Julissa Garza, KHOU 11 News.
Good times. And today, thousands of Houston families were fed at the George R. Brown Convention Center. It's all a part of a very important annual event in our city. Trayson Bragg takes a closer look.
It's Thanksgiving Day, and this is the city of Houston, which means one thing: the Thanksgiving Super Feast is on. Turkey and dressing, eager and helpful volunteers, and smiling faces at the George R. Brown Convention Center can only mean one thing: the annual Thanksgiving Super Feast.
This is our 47th year.
The event, organized by citywide clubs of Houston, looks to feed roughly 25,000 Houston families each Thanksgiving.
A ton of food is being served today by 6,000 volunteers. We've got roughly 20,000 turkeys that are being cooked or that have been cooked. We've got 10,000 chickens.
But Nicole Lopez tells me it's about more than just food. It's about lending a helping hand in every sense of the word.
It is a all-encompassing event. It's not just hot food, it's food baskets, it is clothing, it's medical. We even have job placement available as well. You can get a haircut.
All made possible by smiling volunteers, including Congressman Al Green, Mayor Whitmire, and Alex Chaprion, among others.
It's about both sides giving. Someone says thank you, the other side says thank you. It's about all of us coming together, and it is that camaraderie, that community, that togetherness that's really beautiful.
And the organizers of this amazing event say they're already preparing for a big toy giveaway for Christmas, so be on the lookout for that. And for now, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'll send it back to you all.
We're only just getting started in the spirit of giving. Thank you, Trayson. Still ahead, H-Town represents on one of the world's biggest stages.
It means so much to me to think a small town girl from Houston can see the lights of Manhattan.
How one young lady made her dreams come true and the fine delicacy that has her missing Houston. Houston native has stepped into a role she has dreamed of for years on one of the world's biggest stages, Radio City Music Hall. Jacob Rascone spoke with her and learned how she's bringing Houston to New York City.
In the heart of Manhattan, under the bright lights of Radio City Music Hall, one of Houston's own is living her childhood dream and inspiring new dreams in others.
It means so much to me to think a small town girl from Houston can see the lights of Manhattan and sit in a theater that fits 6,000 people. It is exhilarating and just such a legendary thing to be a part of.
Allie Turner has always been a dancer. Mom recognized this was more than a hobby and made sure Allie got the best training.
My mom drove me about an hour and 15 minutes each way to dance every single day. She is the one who definitely just helped the dedication I have, and she fostered it. And I've never seen a woman be so strong and just selfless for her kid and her dreams.
When she was 9, Allie saw the Rockettes perform, and the dream was set.
My mom bought me a DVD on Amazon of the Christmas Spectacular, and we watched it in our living room, and I begged her to let me go see it because at the time they were on tour and they came to Houston, and it was just a perfect opportunity to go. It was one of my Christmas presents.
And this year, after 2 rounds of auditions, Allie's dream came true.
I was actually at the airport in Houston because I had been visiting home when I got the call. And I just remember screaming, and some lady in the airport, of course, all nice and Texas accent, was like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm okay, I promise."
Allie's now part of the Rockettes' 100th anniversary season with up to 200 shows and seemingly endless training.
We rehearse 6 days a week, 6 hours a day for 6 weeks before we open the Christmas Spectacular. And then once we open, we have up to 200 shows, and some days we're doing 5 shows a day.
Still, even in New York, Houston stays close to Allie's heart and her stomach.
I miss Tex-Mex. I miss it so much.
And Allie's got a message for every young Houstonian with a dream that may feel too big.
To all the young girls out there who are in Houston and don't feel like their dreams are possible and feel like they are working hard and it may never be seen, I promise you it is seen. No matter how big or small, your dreams can come true, and even if you feel like they can't, they will, I promise.
From Clear Lake to the Christmas Spectacular, Houston dreams travel well.
Allie's living the dream. Love it. That was Jacob Rascone reporting, by the way. Okay, a wise person once said, this isn't just a newsroom. This is family. A special thank you to the person who secretly runs things at KHOU 11, Karen. She always makes sure we are fed on holidays, weather coverage days, and sometimes just because. We thank you and we appreciate you, Karen, and hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving as well. That's our producer, Chance, by the way, too. The man who lives in my ear right now. Yes. He was making me a plate. That's what he was doing.
Karen, we love you.
Here's the thing, though. After we have all of that food from that spread, it does make it a little hard to work. Okay,
I am running
stuff
a little
like
slower than
turkeys,
normal.
Right? Exactly.
I'm glad it's not just me. I was a little slow there for a minute, but I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite food.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your favorite holiday.
Well, I think it might be because of the food.
It's definitely close to being number one, if not runner-up.
And Karen really delivered with this meal.
She did.
Delicious.
She did.
I had everything. Did you have everything?
She did. I tried to have a little.
I had a lot.
I also had to eat at home with the family too,
well,
and then there's dessert
we'll make
waiting.
room, Mia. There's. We got to pace this. It's a marathon.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get to running tomorrow, and the weather I hope is just like today. So when I go out running tomorrow, it'll be nice.
The weather is nice. That hey, we're not going to feel guilty because we're going to run it off. That's what we're going to do. In fact, you can run it off. You can get in the car tomorrow. You can hit the Black Friday deals. Tomorrow is overall a great day. Only a 20% chance for an isolated shower. Notice it's in the evening. So most of us are already going to be heading to bed when we see any isolated rain. Good day to travel. For your Saturday, that's the day I'm going to caution you to avoid travel across the entire state. It's going to be pretty messy. And here in Houston, it gets really messy in the afternoon and the evening. That's why we've got that 80% chance for showers and storms. Rain may linger into the early portion of our Sunday, but again, it's only a small chance, 20% for the early morning. The rest of the day looks great. So I promised you future track. Here it is. Tomorrow you'll notice some cloud cover building. There's your isolated chance for a shower, but you'll notice not much of anything for Friday. Then rain starts moving in. Very, very light spotty sprinkle possible for your Saturday morning. Then the afternoon, we'll see some scattered storms. And then in the evening, we've got a front getting to our northwestern cities and counties. So think Bryan College Station by 9:30, dropping to the I-10 corridor right around midnight, and then pushing offshore by early Sunday. There's that 20% rain chance. The rest of Sunday looks really good. Saturday is really the day we're going to highlight for the potential of a couple of strong storms to roll in as well. All of the threats are on the table, but it's a really low end threat. So it's a 1 on the 1 to 5 scale. We could see 1 or 2 stronger storms. So it's important to have the app downloaded and to have the alerts turned on in case we do see a storm getting a little bit stronger. There's also a flood outlook for Saturday, again on the lower end marginal. That's 1 on the 1 to 4 scale. So could you run into some ponding, maybe some high water spots? The areas that are low lying that tend to give us issues, underpasses, those are some spots that could be a little bit difficult for Saturday as well. So there's the big snapshot. We didn't have rain today. We're not going to see much of anything tomorrow. Saturday is lit up. 20% rain chance early Sunday. Notice most of that is offshore by the afternoon. And then we're tracking more storms as we head into Monday. So let's get to the big widespread global model to give you an idea of what's going on across the state. So Friday night, not going to be good for traveling in Dallas, San Antonio, and Corpus. Okay, so in case you had any family that's trying to get back, I would say wait it out. Try to get back on Sunday. That's going to be the best day because look, Saturday also difficult traveling along the North Freeway. I-35 corridor should be okay. So if you leave later on Saturday, you might be able to get to Houston fine. That's before the storms roll in the late night. Big widespread storm potential Sunday evening, and then by Saturday evening, I should say, by Sunday, that's when we start to see a good clearing, but some colder air moving in. In fact, I think most of Sunday is spent in the 40s, and then the cold weather lasts through Monday. More rain means it'll be pretty brisk for the start of our week. A chilly, rainy day ahead. Here's the temperature pattern. So now we're starting to see a dip in the jet stream, this cold pool of air getting down to the Lone Star State. And so I'm thinking some of those early mornings, Monday and Tuesday, could feature a couple spots breaking into the 30s. This particular model could get us close to freezing by Tuesday morning, something to keep an eye out. So that's looking ahead into next week. Black Friday forecast looks like this. So we're waking up chilly, already at 53 by 9. Then we're in the mid 60s by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Your high temperature 67. Warming it up just a little bit for Saturday, 72. And then we're tracking those cold days. 50s for a high on Sunday. Monday, we're going to spend in the 40s. And then Tuesday, we'll be watching for the potential of some 30s. And then far north, closer to Conroe, Huntsville, maybe down to the Woodlands, I'll be watching the freeze line. So Mia, we definitely have a little chilly holiday feel sticking around into the coming week.
I'm getting cold just thinking about it.
Me
Temps
too.
in the 30s. My goodness.
We're not used to that one.
No, not at all, but appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you, Kim. Coming up in sports, 2 key starters are on track to return for the Texans, but another guy popped up on the injury report. Luis Ortiz is up next.
stop Daniel Jones on Sunday as they look to catch up to the Colts in the race for the AFC South title. Now, the Indy signal caller is reportedly battling a fibula injury, but insists he will play in Week 13. As for the Texans, C.J. Stroud and Jalen Petrie are on track to clear the concussion protocol and make their return. Both have practiced this week with no limitations. However, Will Anderson Jr. has popped up on the latest injury report. He did not practice today due to a chest injury, something to monitor as the Texans look to shut down Daniel Jones.
He's able to deliver the ball very quickly, so he's really taking advantage of that, guys being open. And I feel like he's doing a just really good job of just managing the offense. If it's not there, you don't see him make a ton of bad decisions.
In college football, the Aggies are undefeated 11-0, and they need to beat Texas tomorrow night in order to reach the SEC title game. But if they lose, things get complicated. They would need losses by Alabama and Ole Miss to get into the SEC title game. Aggies coach Mike Elko says, look, it is what it is, while Steve Sarkisian wants to wait to talk about any hopes for the Longhorns to advance.
That's just how this conference goes, and so you got a lot of teams playing each other, battling it out.
If we're fortunate enough to win the game, I'll talk about that after the game, because I think that would be a better platform.
And for one local quarterback, the holidays mean more than family traditions. They're about giving back. John Cooper High School QB Colson Collins and his younger sister Carson have spent years assembling and delivering holiday craft kits to kids at Texas Children's Hospital. And for Colson, it's become more than a tradition. It's taught him what it means to lead on and off the field.
Being able to lift others up with you, like that's a big part of leadership, right? So like being able to kind of lift the spirits of the children that are unfortunately in the hospital during the holidays, I think it does have a big aspect on leadership and kind of serving your community as a leader.
If anyone is in need, you should always help, and not getting anything in return is kind of part of the magic other than getting return and happiness.
Carson and Colson delivered 200 packed kits each to Texas Children's Hospitals in New Orleans and Houston.
Very mature, very much a boss move, and I love that it's a family affair for them.
Yeah, no, this project has carried the hashtag Carson Can. The CAN, the CAN stands for Cares About Neighbors.
Oh, I love it. I love it. In the spirit of the holidays. Hey, stick around. We're right back after this. Us for your early Thanksgiving evening. Hey, we're back at 10 though. We're going to help you wrap up the night, both here on KHOU 11 Plus and on TV. For now, please enjoy. This moment is in.